This is Sean Sport in podcast form.
Hi, John Worsfold was announced as the head of football for the West Coast Eagles. This is a great news for West Coast Eagles supporters, and I think it's on a greater thing. I love to see John back in the frame. We got to speak to him many years ago when he was coaching the club. He's a great man.
Nice guy. You can trust him, and you know he's going to do a good job. It was interesting. I was seeing some of the stuff that he was saying last night, and he said that he's been, out of the game.
Yes.
And then he said he now can see how he can do this smarter.
He is a smart guy. This is the thing. He is a very smart man.
So to be able to be...
I think like Peter Bell.
To be out of it, and then assess what's going on and then go, okay, because my idea is the way we can do this better and do this smarter. That's great.
So, Nate, being in a football club like this at the elite level that it is, it's always... You get a feeling of being in a cult and you're really believing everything that's happened.
You're in a bubble.
You're drinking the Kool-Aid for sure.
You are, and people who take jobs in that industry, they don't work 9 to 5. They work, 100 hours a week. That's what happens.
Yeah.
And a lot of cases, a lot of them get, not a lot of them, a fair few of them get financially rewarded for that.
Yeah.
But for the most part, people are just doing it and are expected to do all the hours in the world. So John saying that and now knowing what can be done outside
great.
is really good, isn't it?
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Fantastic news. Here's John about his feeling towards being back at the club.
So I'm really excited about coming back into football, especially back at the West Coast Eagles, because it has been over a decade since I've been here and so much has changed in the interim. But I must admit, I'm nervous as well.
That's good to hear. A bit of nerves being back in the nest.
He's probably just nervous about what the paper's going to say.
Well, that was funny, Nath, because one of the things that I was watching on Fox yesterday, they were talking about he would be good because he can navigate the papers and the media in WA. So
Because of that
that's the only
relationship
thing they
he's got
talk
with
about
them.
over there.
Yeah.
How crap the media is over here.
Yeah. We're
And
the media.
and the other thing, everybody's wanting to know what's he going to bring to the table.
I think with this role, I want to come and help everyone within the different programs to achieve their absolute best without burning them out.
Yeah, and also he's going to bring chips to the table
I was
as
going
well.
to say maybe a cob loaf dip.
There's always chips
I
to the table.
love a cob loaf dip.
Who
I've never had
doesn't?
a
Who
cob loaf.
doesn't?
I've never had a cob loaf dip.
Spider Burton's wife does one. Jules, shout out to Jules. She does a lovely cob
Is
loaf
that
dip.
so? That's just the dip in the middle of the cob loaf.
Yeah,
because
it's
I've
lovely.
seen the people that do the soups or the I don't want to say stew or I'm around people, but stew. Is there a cob stew?
No.
There wouldn't be.
No,
either.
you wouldn't. You wouldn't.
No, someone would have whacked apricot
Okay,
chicken.
if I turned up with a cob stew to your house, what would you do with it?
I'd just give it to you as you left.
Okay, fair call.
Which would be immediately.
The Eagles have won 10 games in the last 3 years. They've had a horrible run. They held on to their players way too long. They stuffed it up in a list perspective. But with Don Pike getting back to the position of CEO, like he could have actually come over and coached if he wasn't the CEO and took over from Trevor Nesbitt. And Trevor did an amazing job. He's been appointed recent times to the AFL.
It's just
and he'll fly the flag for West Australia.
Fresh faces, fresh perspectives. It's a good thing.
But you've used the right people. Don Pike is super successful away from the football industry. He made a lot of money out of the gas industry, I think, in the mining area.
Yep.
And he's come back and he's a good guy as well.
Yep.
Bringing John Worsfold back into the club is a really good thing as well. Daisy Pearce as being the coach of the AFLW team is a big deal. They've got the right people in the right place. If they've got the right coach, then all they have to do, they've got all the pillars in place to be able to then build the team, and it's not going to happen overnight.
Yep.
But having Liam Baker come back into the team from Richmond, Jack Graham, I'm a bit wishy-washy on him, but certainly having a
He's
person
not the
like
Messiah.
Liam... No, he's not the... Messiah, but Liam Baker, Harley Reid, these types of guys, Jeremy McGovern's still around for another season or two. They can start trying to get themselves back on track. I think it's a great move.
Wow, all the right
It's very
ingredients for a
positive.
great meal, Sean.
That's
I'm
right.
nervous
Nate.
when you're that positive about something because it usually means you're wrong.
Everyone's going to get fired today and the club will burn down. Sean's just basically
Anywho.
voodooed the hell out of that
Thanks,
situation.
Sean.
Sean Sport in podcast form.
Okay, the cricket's on at the moment at the WACA. It's between our WA team, which is good, Nath, and we're playing Queensland. So Cameron Bancroft
So this is a shield match, yes?
Yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
Nath.
While,
Cameron,
while all these renovations are going on at the WACA,
even with the half-built pool.
The
Not even
surface is
half-built.
still-
by the way,
surface
when that
is
is
still good.
done, that is going to be spectacular, and I don't think there's anything in. Is
you
there
gonna-
anything in the world like it?
Are you going to get your Speedos on and go for a swim at the
Probably
moment?
No.
not, but just the fact that anyone can watch sit in that
Yeah.
pool and watch like a permanent
Yes.
pool.
Yes,
Yes, I
perfect.
haven't
It's
had
got a
a
health
permanent
club.
one
It's got a
before.
water park for the kids. That's a world first, isn't it?
Yeah, I can't. If you go to the ice hockey in America, sometimes they have those big spa baths behind the goals, and people are just drinking bud
but
behind
for
there.
cricket, this is a world first.
Yes,
Yeah, it's going to look spectacular.
Pools, but not permanent ones.
I'm glad they're finally doing something like that to, it's such a heritage place, the WACA, but make the most of it.
Not
Let's
just
get
that,
the people there.
it's a big
Not
area.
just that, they've created something original. You know what I mean? That's never been done. We had the Lord Mayor of Basil the other day talking about wanting to do the fireworks and do per zone
For New
fireworks,
Year's Eve.
just like Sydney, on a $500,000 budget compared to $6 million. Which good luck to you. But the thing is, you're flogging someone else's idea. Creating something new in Perth, that's when you pull people in.
Yeah, I like that too. So Cameron Bancroft was trying to put his hand up for test opener.
And really, so it's between him and Renshaw, essentially, maybe Marcus Harris. They're the obvious replacements. So this because Cameron Green's injured.
Yes, Renshaw's had too many goes. Get rid of him. Marcus Harris been around for 100 times. Does Bancroft deserve the position? Yes, he does. But the Sandpaper Gate 20 years ago is cooked him, and they just won't have him in the Australian team.
Really?
Yesterday he got out for a duck, and
this was
people
his
are
big
saying, he
chance
missed
to-
his opportunity. It's not, Nat.
Yeah,
Like,
I know, but
he should be in the team.
Optics, Sean. If you are putting your hand up and then you get out for a golden duck, it's like
I know, but then they go, we didn't pick him because he got out for a gold duck. No, you weren't going to pick him if he made 100. For some reason, you'd come up for some other bullshit reason.
So why has he got like a hangover from this and the other ones don't?
Because there was
Because we
senior
let Dave
players,
Warner keep
in my
playing,
opinion,
Steve
no.
Smith kept playing.
Yes.
Yes.
In my opinion, some of those senior players are still in that side, and clearly there's a bad taste in their mouth. That's the way I view it. I like to hear it.
The suggestion is, and I don't know if this is true or not, but the suggestion is that Cameron Bancroft kind of dobbed, I suppose, or sort of outed people, and therefore it's seen as a bad team thing
so
to
he
do.
should have won the whole thing himself and then end his career and never ever be letting again.
Exactly.
Come on, grow up.
Yeah, when it was not his
That's
doing.
ridiculous.
Well said. And finally, I want to talk about, we did talk about John Worsfold later on, so it's great news for the West Coast Eagles. But the Western Bears, the NRL team that's going to be out of WA, right? The state government was pushing, and everyone, a whole group of people were trying to get this up and running. And the Sydney Bears, which is a big team on the northern coast of New South Wales, they'd been around the comp for ages. They were abolished with the NRL.
And we just flogged their bear.
They were going to do a joint thing, so we had a history,
revive them.
but we're over here in Perth.
Yeah.
So Peter V'landys said after the meeting yesterday, said absolutely not. You guys have to show us a case study of a better.
He said the bid wasn't up to scratch, basically,
and
because
it's
it was money.
We won't pay, or we've said we won't pay the licensing fee to be involved in the NRL.
Yeah.
Well, is it the NRL's not big in Perth though? Would it work? Would it take off here or what?
I mean, we've had it before with the Western
you remember,
Reds,
but then we lost it.
But they've been talking about bidding for it for 15 years.
At least.
Yeah.
And just with the licensing fee, when Fremantle came into the AFL, they had to pay a licensing fee, and that it put them a long way back because it was a lot of money. The next few teams that came into the comp didn't have to pay a cent.
Yeah.
Why?
So if the WA government are looking on, because it was a handicap situation.
Yeah, they're looking to expand the game in Sydney in particular.
That's not fair.
So from the WA community, they go, hang on a second, why are we paying a licensing fee? We're just joining the competition. It's going to make you money anyway.
Yeah.
But Peter V'landys is saying, the CEO of the chairman of the NRL, well, there's already this money deal and all the rights here, so you're going to be making money off us anyway.
So the
you've
next
got to
new
pitch
team in is actually from Papua New Guinea. How much are they paying in their
That's another
licensing
great
fee?
question, and you would think it wouldn't be much, if anything, now.
Yeah.
I like.
So
I mean,
it's
They're
gotta be
very
fair.
passionate about the sport.
I like the Bears though.
Yeah.
Should be Australian. Should be the Drop Bears.
Are you done?
We're done.
Sean Sport is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.